This is in a squeezy bottle.
How do you like my foundation today?
I think you look beautiful.
Alright, so here's my final check-in. It's now 11:30, so
I like what's going on here.
There you guys, so today I'm going to be doing a first impressions on the Dior Backstage Foundation. This is in the color 0W, which is fair warm essentially. So this is supposed to be, well, it says face and body foundation. I think it's supposed to be like medium coverage. I haven't used this yet. I just got it yesterday, so I'm going to be doing a true first impression with check-ins, and I'm going to ask some other people what they think. And yeah, I hope you like this video. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So first I'm going to prime with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. Still not 100% sure that I actually like this. It's just super easy to use, so I use it quite a lot, and I know that it doesn't react poorly, even though I don't necessarily think it does a lot in general. So, just gonna keep using that until I use it up, but I probably won't ever rebuy it. I have already done the top lid of my eyeshadow. I was using the ColourPop All I See Is Magic palette, which I really like, so I did not film that. Sorry if you wanted to see it. It's a pretty simple, really warm orangey with gold white lid. I'm actually going to a concert tonight, which is why my hair looks kind of cool. Although I don't have to go to a concert to have cool hair, but I'm going to see AFI and Rise Against, which I'm super excited about. I love AFI. I've loved them for over 10 years. Rise Against I really like. Yeah, so I'm going to that with a friend tonight. So I'm going to be testing this for probably at least 8 hours, see how it withstands to concert conditions. So I'm going to go with my Japanesque blender sponge. This is in a squeezy bottle, which I don't really mind squeezy bottles, so I just put a little tiny bit on there. Let's see how this looks. So once again, disclaimer, hold on, I'm going to adjust you a little bit. I do have to get very close to the camera, or the mirror, because I am blind as a bat. So if you notice me doing that, it's not because I'm trying to be in a bad, so I'm going in with more that barely covered my cheek. I'm not trying to be a bad videographer. I just can't see. I just can't freaking see. I am not wearing this outfit tonight, by the way. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just not wearing it tonight. I usually like to wear all black when I go to a concert, just because I feel like it fits my vibe really well and it makes me look cool without having to really try. That is my aesthetic. Trying to look good without trying. Least amount of trying possible. Alright, so it seems like a pretty good shade match so far. It is nice and warm. It is not too light, which I was going in between the 1 warm and the 0 warm. 1 would be a little bit darker. So I'm glad that I went with 0 because this is obviously a good shade for me. I'm going to put a little bit on, see if I can build up the coverage. If you can tell, you can still see some of the redness on my cheeks. So I'm just going to go in on those. Try and build this up a little bit. It's blending out really nicely. Definitely isn't full coverage though. So it looks kind of a little bit cakey right now, which, you know, could last or could not. It is kind of a wet foundation, so as it dries, hopefully it will kind of dry down a little bit. This even is a little bit light for me right now, if you can tell. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but my chest is a little bit darker than my face, but I'm going to warm up my face and all that, and I'd rather start with a lighter base and warm it up from there. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in Fair with a Real Techniques little baby sponge for my concealer. I do definitely notice that when I'm filming a video, I don't get nearly as close to the mirror as I usually do. Usually I'm like this close, so about between here and here close, but I try and back up a little bit when I'm filming so I'm not so close, so I just kind of have to go off of a slightly blurry image. The things I do, right? I also got the Glossier Skin Tint yesterday, and I wore it, and I absolutely love it for light coverage. I think it might turn into my go-to for the rest of the summer, which is neither bad nor good. I just need to finish up some other stuff, so I'm hoping I won't completely ignore my other stuff to use that, but it was just really nice and dewy. Alright, I am setting my under eyes with the e.l.f. under eye setting powder in sheer. Whew. So I was going to talk about my top 10 big YouTubers today. I forgot to write down a list, so I'm just going to try and think of 10 that I really love. So I'm kind of going to go in order of, well, that's not true. I'm not going to go in any particular order, but I'm going to save my favorite for last. So I really have been loving Alexa Paletti. She does like kawaii and really cute fashion stuff and makeup stuff and cosplay stuff as well. So I really love her attitude. I love how she just is like so excited about everything and life and just wants to play with stuff, which is kind of my outlook on makeup, even though it's not my outlook on life. I love to just play with my look. So I really like watching her. Like I said, I love her attitude. I love her style, even though it's not directly related to my style. My style is definitely more of like a dark kind of look. I'm going to blend out, that was the Anastasia foundation stick in Fawn. I'm going to blend it out with the Real Techniques Instapop Cheek Brush. So definitely recommend Alexa, especially if you like watching fashion videos or just like bubbly, happy people. It is amazing to me how bubbly she is, since my natural state of being is like the very opposite of bubbly. I'm always so amazed when people are just like that, you know, and it doesn't seem fake. It just is who she is, and I'm like, how do you do that? I'm exhausted just watching you right now. So yeah, I really like Alexa Paletti, and I'll put all of, well, you probably don't need me to link most of these people, but I will. I'll try and remember. Okay, I love also Raw Beauty Christie, or Raw Beauty Crispy, which I really like. She calls herself that. She's just so funny and so real, and I love how much she cusses. I feel like she lives my best life for her. I try not to cuss on this channel because I'm going to be a teacher, and I don't really want parents coming on here and being like, oh, this is my student's teacher, oh, I don't like this, get her fired, you know? Which I don't know realistically how much that would actually happen. And I know people who are teachers who also do YouTube. but they also don't cuss, and I don't know whether that's a personal thing for them, but yeah. So I'm gonna go in and set this whole face down. The foundation has definitely dried down much more. It's a little tacky still, so I'm gonna set it, but it's not nearly as cakey looking as it was when I first saw it. So I'm using the Stellar Haze setting powder, which I have only used once before, so it is a loose setting powder. Just gonna go in. This is the Real Techniques 300 Brush Crush. Ooh, she's powdery. I love how big and fluffy this guy is. Alright, a little bit more. Try not to get too much powder in my eyes. Alright, I think that's probably good. Let's take off the glasses for a hot second. Alright, so I have 2 YouTubers in. Both of them are kind of beauty YouTubers. Most of my people are beauty YouTubers except for my favorite, which, like I said, I'll save for the end. I love Jam Beauty 89. So she's another teacher who does YouTube, but she's got like almost 500,000 subscribers. So, you know, it's not like me who has 111. Not to say I don't appreciate the 111, but she obviously has like a career on YouTube, and I just make stuff because I like it. But I think a big reason why I love her so much is because she reminds me of my best friend back in Washington. She looks like her and she sounds like her, and so when I watch Jessica, I am kind of in my head like, oh, I'm hanging out with my best friend. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with the Hourglass Diffused Bronze Light. Looks like this. So much fun. This is the mini size. If you watch my recent Shop My Stash, I was talking about how I can't justify buying the big size for $50 when the minis last for so long. It just doesn't make any sense. Especially because I have so many other bronzers. But this is only the second time I've used it, and I do really like it. When I swatched it, it like barely showed up, but it's definitely showing up as a bronzer pretty nicely on me. So yeah, I really like this so far. Let's see here, another YouTuber that I really love. Oh, this one's like my second favorite YouTuber of all time probably, but Mikey from Glam and Gore. I love her. She is so funny, and she is so just like ridiculous, but she's also incredibly talented, and I love how she does her special effects videos where she'll like do all these things and then she'll be a total dork about it. It's just so funny. So yeah, if you haven't watched Glam and Gore, highly recommend. And another one who I've recently started watching, who's actually really good friends with Mikey, is Swoop. She's Spanky Valentine essentially, and she made a whole video about how she got like a YouTube trap thing where by some random luck of the draw, her channel just got completely effed over. She started a new channel, and it's the first time I started watching her, and she put so much work into her videos, and I just have to appreciate that. But she's also very funny and very much like promoting the little guy or whatever. So yeah, I really love her videos. I've been watching a lot of them. Yeah, so if you can tell, this is starting to look better for my tone, my skin tone. Now that I have some color on me. Oh, and you know I have to go in with the Ofra Pillow Talk highlighter. I have had to tape this because it broke. Luckily, just the clasp broke. The actual highlighter did not break, which is good, because I was very worried when I dropped it that I had broken the whole thing, which I would have cried about because I love O for highlighters. Oh my gosh. It's been like a month or two since I used O for highlighter, and you kind of forget how amazing they are. Alright, so another YouTuber that I really like, I really love Colleen Ballinger and Lily Singh. I mean, those two are like huge YouTubers, but they're just like, I like how they kind of live their lives, and they're all about working hard and not taking things for granted, which is a good motivation. I used to say that Lily Singh was the only YouTuber who ever made me want to stop watching YouTube and actually get stuff done. Which, not that I usually do, but, you know, at least she's inspiring, right? This definitely isn't going to be a list of 10. So, and I'm sure I'm forgetting people. But I am just about done, so I'm just going to tell you who my favorite is. So I am ride or die, OG, like, she is my bae, she is my life, she's just seems like an amazing person. But Jenna Marbles, I have been watching her videos for over 10 years. I have just, like, I got a laptop in my senior year of high school when I was 17, and that was the first time I really had more unlimited access. I didn't have a smartphone yet, but I had a laptop in my room and I had access to the internet. I used to watch YouTube videos all the time. When I was in college and I was working at Domino's, I'd come home from a shift and I'd literally just sit down and watch Jenna Marbles videos over and over and over again because I thought she was so funny. I feel like a lot of people say that my humor is very related to hers because I've watched her so much, and so I kind of pick up on these things. She's just does not give a single F about what people think of her, but she's so kind and caring at the same time. It's not like she's mean to people. She's all about being respectful, but being super funny at the same time. Her boyfriend, also Julian Salamina, he makes amazing vlogs, so I love the pair of them and I love watching them, and I think they're so cute and so lovable, and I think she's just like a total badass. So she's definitely, like, if I had to unsubscribe to everyone else, I would be subscribed to her and Julian, because Julian kind of gives the background on her life, and then she does her like weekly videos. But I just love it. She's just like, I'm just gonna do this today because that's what I feel like doing, and yeah, that's it. Like, that's it. I feel like doing it, so I'm gonna do it, and I aspire to live like that. Although maybe it's a little bit easier to do that when you have 17 million, 18 million, a lot of millions followers. But yeah, so she's definitely my number one favorite, long-term favorite. So yeah, I'm going to do a couple check-ins throughout the day, but I'm going to go finish my eyes and everything off camera, and then I will give you my first check-in and like time for starting my check-ins. Yeah, but hope you liked my list. I'll try and go through and maybe I'll give you a few more later. But yeah, I will see you in a few. Alright, so I am now completely done with my makeup. I'm gonna call check-in 2:45. It's 3:09 right now, but I was done with my face by 2:45. So I'm gonna call that check-in. So far, I really like what's going on here. There's a little bit of dryness around my eyes, but I think that's because of the Shape Tape. And neither here nor there on that concealer. I don't think it's the amazing thing that everyone says it is, although it does have great coverage. But yep, I'm gonna check in on this in a couple hours. Really like my look today. Really like what I've got going for the concert tonight. So yeah, I'll see you in a couple hours.
So this is my friend Faith. So Faith, how do you like my foundation today?
I think you look beautiful.
Does it look good?
I think it looks good.
Okay, so we're like 4.5 hours in, and it looks good, according to Faith.
Alright, so here's my final check-in. It's now 11:30, so it's been on for about 9 hours. I think it looks really nice. I was sweating a ton at the concert, and honestly, the only time that it doesn't look super duper awesome is when I'm very close to myself, but from far away it looks beautiful. So I really like this foundation. I would recommend it. It's also $40, but it's for like 1.6 or 1.7 ounces, which is almost twice the amount you get in a normal foundation. Yeah, 1.6 ounces, so price point isn't really all that bad either. So, hope you like this video, and I gotta go to bed because I'm exhausted, but I'll see you when I see you. Bye.